Let me guess, you've got a cup of coffee somewhere, a to-do list that's now a scroll, and a budget that's been collecting dust since last school break. You're juggling kids, work, dinner, or at least the thought of it. And somehow you're also supposed to be saving money. Well, what if I told you the real secret to saving money isn't just about the numbers? It's about your time. Time management isn't about cramming more into your already packed day. It's about creating space, mental space, calendar space, emotional space to make better money decisions. When you manage your time with intention, you create room for your goals. You finally get a chance to plan ahead, track your spending, and make smart, proactive choices instead of reactive ones, right? Now, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. And yes, that includes carving out time for your financial peace. So, friend, grab that lukewarm coffee. We are talking about how small shifts in your day can lead to big wins for your wallet. Welcome to the Simple Money Systems. This is the go-to podcast for exceptional women who are eager to pay off their debt and live a fearless, meaningful life with confidence and joy. Hi, Diana Gallas here. I am a mom to a special needs child, a caregiver to a loved one, and the host of this show for you, who is determined to break free from debt without sacrificing what you value most. Discover here simple money strategies to set you free from debt culture, money wasting, and ever-changing mode of currency and market volatility. If you're ready to say yes to a debt-free life and exchange everything that hasn't worked for a plan that will, results that are undeniable, like peace of mind, better sleep, improved mood, and more money in your pocket, this podcast is for you. Hug your bug or boo, roll up those sleeves, and get your life out of debt into your freedom land with confidence. Friend, you're probably driving home right now after a long day and your mind is racing with a million things to do. You've been on all day, at work, shopping, then running errands, trying to keep everything running smoothly. But even as you check off task after task, your heart is still at home, especially if you're raising a little one with special needs. It feels like you're living two full lives in one body. By the time you pull into the driveway, the overwhelm hits. Dinner, laundry bills, bedtime battles. It's a never-ending loop. So, when you finally sit down exhausted, the idea of tackling a budget or thinking about saving, it feels like just another weight. But here's the thing most of us don't realize. Poor time management doesn't just steal your peace. It quietly drains your wallet too. Missed bills, last minute takeout, late fees, impulse buys because you're too tired to plan. It adds up. But friend, this isn't about shame. It's about relief. Because once you start creating simple rhythms in your day, even small ones, you create breathing room, not just for your mind, but for your money. Because you deserve to feel in control. You deserve ease. And no, it doesn't have to mean hustling harder. Just a few intentional shifts can help you save money, reduce stress, and finally feel like you're not just surviving but building a life that actually works for you. Now, let's talk about the hidden cost of poor time management. Because trust me, it's not just about not getting everything done. It's more about the side effects that creep in when we are constantly in chaos mode. When your schedule is out of control and you're always running from one thing to the next, it's easy for small things to slip through the cracks, especially when it comes to managing money. First up, impulse spending. When your time is scattered and you are feeling frazzled, you are way more likely to make decisions on a whim. Maybe it's a coffee stop that turns into a quick lunch out because you're too tired to cook, or ordering something online just to make life feel a little easier. That's when those small, impulsive purchases add up over time, and before you know it, you're wondering where all your money went. Then there is the missed opportunities for saving. When you don't have a plan in place because everything feels like a rush, it's easy to overlook little chances to save, like catching a sale, planning meals, or reviewing your budget. You might even forget about those small expenses that can be trimmed. And if you're always in reaction mode, there is no space to think ahead and make smarter financial decisions. And friend, finally, feeling like you are just surviving. When time feels like it's slipping through your fingers and you're constantly putting out fires, it's hard to focus on the bigger picture, like building savings, paying down debt, or investing in your future. You are in survival mode, just trying to keep everything from falling apart, right? And that constant state of overwhelm can leave you feeling stuck, like you're spinning your wheels instead of moving forward. So here's the deal. Chaos might feel like a temporary fix, but it's not helping you build the life you truly want. When you manage your time more intentionally, you start making space for planning, saving, and thinking ahead. And those little changes over time can have a massive impact on your finances and your peace of mind. And here's the part we don't talk about enough, the emotional toll. That constant low-grade burnout that creeps in when you're always in catch-up mode, never quite ahead. It's like you're sprinting on a treadmill that never stops, juggling everyone else's needs while your own sit quietly in the background. And when there is no margin in your day, there is no margin in your money either. And without intentional carving out time to check in with your finances or even just with yourself, you end up stuck in reactive mode, putting out fires, making rushed decisions, and feeling like you're always one step behind. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. When you start budgeting your time the way you want to budget your money, with purpose and clarity, you begin to build a life with more space, more calm, and more intention. And friend, it's not about perfection. It's about creating room to breathe, rest, plan, and live. Because you deserve to feel in control, not just of your finances, but of your life. That's why this isn't just about getting organized. It's about reclaiming your peace, your energy, and yes, even your money. Because here's the truth that often gets overlooked. Your time is your money, right? How you manage it has a direct impact on your financial well-being. When you're constantly in reaction mode, grabbing takeout because dinner wasn't planned, paying late fees because bills slipped through the cracks, paying things out of urgency instead of intention, it chips away at your hard-earned income. But when you shift into planning mode, everything starts to change. Try to think of time as a resource, just like money. When you use it with intention, you reduce stress, conserve energy, and make space for smarter financial choices. Let's break that down. When you set aside even an hour a week to meal plan, you're not just saving time. You are avoiding that pricey last-minute drive-through run or impulse buys at the store. That one small change adds up to big savings over time. And it's not just meals. Planning your kids' schedules, laying out clothes the night before, having a go-to system for bills and budgeting. These little shifts simplify your life and free up your mental load. You stop scrambling and you start leading your days with purpose. Clarity doesn't just reduce chaos, it opens the door for opportunity. You'll have more energy to pour into your work, your passions, or even a side hustle that brings an extra income. So, yes, better time management can mean more money in your pocket, less stress in your day, and more freedom to enjoy the life you're working so hard to build. So, friend, I want to share with you 4 tips to start with. Number 1, begin with a simple, non-overwhelming plan. The goal isn't to master your entire life in one day. It's to create a rhythm that works for you. Set aside just 30 minutes on a weekend to get your week in order. That's it. Jot down your grocery list, sketch out a few meal ideas, glance at your calendar, and do a quick budget check. This simple prep clears mental clutter and helps you avoid costly last-minute decisions like takeout or missing bills. Think of it as your mini power session. It's short, sweet, and sanity-saving, right? Tip number 2, batch your tasks for efficiency. Grouping similar tasks helps you save both time and money. Plan to run your errands in one outing, like grocery store, post office, pharmacy, whatever is on the list. You'll save on gas and cut down on scattered trips throughout the week that eat up time and lead to impulse buys. Let me give it to you straight. Sometimes we think we are being efficient, like hopping between 5 different apps for fitness, budgeting, or tracking this and that. I once had a weight loss app that cost me more than $100 a year, and I was still bouncing between apps trying to stay on track. Friends, that's time and money leaking away. Honestly, you don't need an app to budget calories or cash. You just need a simple plan. Yes, ask me how. All right, tip number 3. Use timers to prevent overwhelm. Timers help you stay focused and avoid falling into the black hole of overthinking or multitasking. Just set a 30-minute timer for anything money-related: budgeting, paying bills, online shopping, or even organizing paperwork. You'll be surprised how much you can accomplish when there is a clear start and end. You gotta try it. Personally, I use timers during my business hours to stay in the zone. I block 2-3 hours to record podcasts, write, or edit. I'm a project person, so when I'm in a mode, I need to finish while the energy is flowing, right? In the early days, timers saved me from spiraling into overwhelm. And now I've trained myself to be more aware of my time. So yes, friend, use that timer. It's your tiny, powerful assistant in staying focused and finishing what matters. Now, tip number 4. Prioritize your family's financial health with weekly money meetings. A little consistency goes a long way in staying on the same page financially. You can schedule a 10 or 15-minute weekly check-in with your spouse or partner, or just yourself if you're flying solo. Talk about what's coming up, review your budget, and adjust anything that's off track. These quick chats help prevent surprises, reduce money stress, and build teamwork around your financial goals. So keep it low key, maybe over coffee or while folding laundry. And here's where the real shift happens. Learning the power of saying no. Time management isn't about packing your calendar, it's about protecting it. Saying no to extra commitments, unnecessary purchases, or that subscription you haven't touched in months isn't about missing out. It's about creating space to say yes to your financial peace, your family goals, and your own well-being. Every time you choose to pause instead of overextend it, you are building something bigger. And friend, please don't forget to celebrate those moments, because the small wins, they matter. When you meal plan instead of wing it, when you batch your errands and save gas money, or when you set a timer and actually stick to it, that's not just organization, that's transformation. These tiny shifts may feel simple, but they lead to less stress, more clarity, and real progress toward the life you're trying to build. So don't forget to give yourself credit. You're not just managing your time, you're taking back control of your money, your energy, and your future, one choice at a time. Now, friend, let's take a moment to celebrate you. You're already doing so much: running your household, caring for your family, managing your home, showing up every day with heart and hustle. And now, by simply giving a little love to how you manage your time, you're unlocking a whole new way to save money, protect your energy, and show up for what matters most. So, here's your next step. Pick just one of these simple time management tips to try today. Maybe it's setting a timer while you plan meals, or batching your errands to save energy and stress. Start small. Give yourself grace and let the momentum build. You don't have to overhaul your life to start seeing change. Just take that one step forward. And friend, did you know there is a private Simple Money Systems community just for women like you? It's a judgment-free space to ask questions, share wins, get support, and stay accountable. Click the link in the show notes to join us, or shoot me an email at diana@dianagalas.com. It's diana@dianagalas.com. I would absolutely love to connect with you. And if this episode gave you a little aha moment, or even just a big, deep exhale, would you do me a quick favor? Leave a 5-star review on Apple for the Simple Money Systems podcast. It helps more than you know. And if this hit home for you, I know there is another exceptional mom who needs to hear it too. So go ahead and share it with her. Friend, let's keep choosing simplicity over stress and progress over perfection. You're not alone in this journey, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. I can't wait to hang out with you again in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into the Simple Money Systems podcast. I hope you found this episode insightful, and I truly believe that a mom like you can be an inspiration to many others just by simply sharing this podcast and leaving a path of precious gems for those moms who are yet to find them. So together, we can create a community of exceptional moms who stand behind each other. Would you share it with other ladies so they can also find a way to a purposeful, debt-free life? Your precious gem is yet to shine. Get it out and share your light with others. Take a good care of yourself, and I meet you right back here at the Simple Money Systems, where your financial freedom journey begins.